the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd and 14. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with the first quarter pick that time.
But they like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball was thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Colby Wadman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Right back to Hubbard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Ready?
2nd and 1. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st down, Corral. Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On the double.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Taking in at the... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Corral. He finds his man, complete. That's Gross. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Corral from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by yr3. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. Ready? And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Blaster. Check pitch. Ready?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Here we go.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Third down, Corral.
Trying to lay one up deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Corral. That caught by Tremble. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Ready.
But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Ground looking to pass, 2nd down. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Over the middle, complete. It's Brewer.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st down, here's Corral with it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Corral looking for another pass here.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Corral on 2nd down.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at yr3 Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Corral. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Ready, go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ready,
the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Okay, right.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far.
Yeah.
He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 11. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Cluster, 6. Hey, check, nigga. Have the ball. Hut.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock them dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Corral sets up play action.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Ready.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Snap, snap. Touch. Ultra. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to get the lead up to 4. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
3rd down, Corral. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. Hubbard will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hubbard again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Matt Corral with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the... And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Ready, set.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Set.
Now a handoff working right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.